I did it. I fucking did it. Yes! Yes! Finally! Master 5, baby. Master 5. Master 5. Master 5. Yeah! I've not even reached this rank before. Like, at all. I've never reached this rank before. And I did it with Scareclaws. With the adventures of Scareclaw. Oh my god. Made it to Master. Yes! 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 Look at that. Very slow climb, I know. To think. This all started when I used... To think. I started this game from the very beginning, wanting to play this with, like, Metaphys. But only to come short at, like, freaking... Like, this part was not even a problem. Like, Rookie, Bronze, Silver, but this was even before Master was even a thing. And Diamond, I think, was the top rank at the time. But I was stuck in gold hell with Metaphys. It's really sad, too. I actually enjoyed the archetype. But then it was the idea of use Runic, because I like banishing cards, getting me to Platinum. And then just going Platinum 5, or trying to climb up to Platinum 5 for each season to see how well I do, see if I can keep the consistency. Being an idiot, not realizing that once you reach the tier 5 threshold of the next rank, you can just climb yourself back up even higher, no matter how many times you lose. And boy, did I lose. Going to tier 5 to tier 3 for Kashtira and Diamond. But it was a rogue deck, Scareclaws, that got me to this point. I'm actually quite happy with that. So, now, for any of you who want to see the deck that I was running. Oh yeah, give it here. Now for the deck profile here. So, this was the deck I used for my climb, basically, to Master 5. So, these require no explanation. Ash and freaking Maxi, they don't require much explanation, like, at all. So, now, Water Enchantress, I could run it too, but I feel like the deck only needs one. And basically what you're doing with the deck is you're trying to bait out all the hand traps, whether it be trying to get the Ash, making it so they can't stop you when you use the Scareclaw engine, basically. Summon any of these three, playing 3 of each for consistency and as far as like what you have to draw. So you play either Astra, Balone, or Acro. I honestly, if I had to pick, I would pick Acro, because Acro has the weaker effect amongst these 3. Astra I want to hold on to with my life because of its attack multiple times. As long as it's a monster in the extra deck. So yeah, Balone, very useful. Probably the most useful of them all because of Tryhard's effect, which is place every single monster in defense mode so that it can continue its thing. But yeah, Tryhard, the true VIP of the deck, because unaffected by monster effects in defense position. It could still be targeted by like Super Poly or Imperm. Honestly, I feel like I lost the most against Tears with this deck. Branded's felt like it was... It's either Branded's lock you with Puppet, or they basically just Super Poly you, or they stop you from getting this guy out, basically. When he's out, there's not much they can do, except Imperm you. Or use, I think Aluber... Don't ask me why I have this. I'm never using Branded's, as stated in the description of my videos. But I think Aluber also negates target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. Special summon this card, and if you do, negate the target monster's effect until the end of this turn. So Aluber can also negate Tryhard. But yeah, overall I feel like it does okay against Branded's. To be honest, it's just like it's depends on your starting hand more specifically. And once you see Branded's pop off, you just do what you can to stop them. The one Nibiru, I don't have other Nibiru cards. That's me, but I am gonna get them at some point. But Nibiru, true lifesaver of my duels. Running them at 1, I just got lucky drawing them, and I just have to wait for them to sacrifice or to do their summons. Not the best against Snake Eyes because of their field spell. Overall, it's good against other matchups. This deck could do well against being nibbed, especially. Just don't activate Tryhard's effect. Don't activate Tryhard's effect before they nib you. Otherwise, you're locked into summoning unless you're locked into summoning Scareclaws. I almost said Kashtira there. So don't activate Tryhard's effect beforehand. Also, the Kashtira engine, which is Wraithsoth, Fenrir, and Kashtira Scareclaw, or Scareclaw Kashtira. Now, the reason why these three are important, so this is also to bait out the Ash. Basically to play around Ash, play around Effect Veiler, play around Imperm, because nobody likes when Fenrir pops off. Definitely my favorite of the Kashtira cards, 100%. I think it's good at 1. I don't think it needs to be banned. I think limiting it to 1 is probably the best nerf they can do to Fenrir. But point is, you have a full field. They have a full field against you, full of negates. Your goal with Fenrir is to bait out the negates, basically. And then if they don't negate you, you're basically just searching out the Scareclaw Kashtira, because Scareclaw Kashtira is good in that situation because of its effect. Nobody really reads this, in fact. Shadow and I have talked about it here and there, how it's a really good card, and I agree, honestly, because in the previous duel, I didn't have to destroy the Link Karibo. I could have just attacked it with Scareclaw Kashtira because of its effect where if your Kashtira or Scareclaw monster battles an opponent's monster, that opponent's monster's effects are negated until the end of the turn. So, Link Karibo's effect would have been negated, and I would have still gotten the full life point damage hit there, honestly. Against Snake Eyes, I mean, I honestly have a good I actually have a good matchup chart against Snake Eyes. Me, honestly, not the deck, because all the Snake Eye players I've gone up against have done the same move over and over, in the sense where summon out Black Witch, summon out Ash, summon out the Poplar, link off Poplar to link Karibo, Poplar, continuous spell, Trap Zone, and then they use Oak, Birch sometimes, Floowandereeze to Graveyard. They basically the same fire, link climb, summoning combos with multiple disruptions. So usually when they have Princess in Graveyard, I just use the Call By to try to negate the Princess so I can special summon without worrying about the Princess destroying my, basically destroying my special summoned monster to summon itself back. Whale, I don't care about Whale, honestly. This deck doesn't care about Whale. Let me see if I can pull it up. We don't care about this card, honestly. We don't really care about it. So we destroy it, and we have like Arrival, for example. We have Arrival in the graveyard. They destroy my card. So what? Banish this card, and you prevent destruction. Same goes for when you go up against like Mirror Jade. Like Mirror Jade, for example, with its destroy every monster on the field effect after being sent to the graveyard. So it's just like, okay, so we have Arrival. That makes this so our Scareclaw card doesn't get destroyed, which is very useful. Now, one Twin Saw, but Twin Saw is really good in the sense that it destroys 2 cards. And the link 3 or higher on the field cannot unable to activate their effects. Of link monsters being unable to activate their effects. I underused this, to be honest. Because I'm still new to this deck. I'm still new to this. I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm still new to the Scareclaw engine myself. But honestly, I love it. I love the Scareclaw engine. It was definitely a lot of fun to use this season. So, yeah, Tribute 1 Scareclaw monster. I have not had a reason to use this too often, but it's too valuable not to put in your deck. You want to keep it in the deck. So, target 2 cards, destroy them, banish this card if you have like a Link 3, or if they have a Link 3, they can't activate their effects on their turn, so Princess, no. A Whale, no. Like, you can shut down Snake Eyes with this one card if you wanted to. But I feel like it's more on the situation than anything. Now, as far as the adventure engine goes, so normally you just see Water Enchantress, Rite of Armisier, and then Fateful Adventure. But unfortunately with Fateful Adventure, it's just like, I got lucky with the royal finish, by the way, but they ash this. So just use this to bait, basically, but when they don't bait you, don't equip the Dracoback to the token, if you have token on the field. don't do that. I recommend you hang on to it. Use Fateful Adventure to bring out either Griffin Rider or Illegal Knight. This deck 100% did well with Illegal Knight. I think Illegal Knight is underused. I think it should be used, definitely. Because you're summoning out the card. You're summoning out Illegal Knight with the effect. And it has the ability to target up to 2 cards your opponent controls and returns them to the hand, but you give control of Illegal Knight, so you're better off summoning Illegal Knight in defense mode, so they don't use it against you. Then, if you wanted to, you could just use Draco back to return Illegal Knight to your hand. But you don't have to, in case if you want to use it for something else. Like, you can use the Rakephobia pop, which is if you have like 3 monsters in defense position, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. Now, otherwise, outside of that, I would have to say, let's see. Yeah, Griffin Rider, Omni Negate, definitely more priority over Illegal Knight. But people have found ways to imperm it, so sometimes it's not the most useful card to have on like a open field. The one Starfrost, because if you have Raycart and you already have the means to start climbing or searching your cards, you can just search for the Starfrost using Rakephobia to pop the Lightheart into summoning it. So basically with Starfrost to summoning out Barone using like either Raycart or the token you get from Rite of Aramisir. Sometimes, more often than not, I've had no reason to use it because either I lose the token at the time, or I'm at that point where I don't need to usually pay off the token to summon out Baron de Fleur, which is the Omnigate. You definitely want that. I believe it's turn 1. So, Astrolaud, obviously the most useful card to use with Raycart and Starfrost to pop a card, and then to destroy. Pretty much just do life point damage if you want to. Link Spider to pay off token for Rite of Aramisir. The Charmers are really useful. Not as useful as one would think, but I would say Usta is useful in case you get Max Seed. You summon Max Seed to your field. Link summon into the Unicorn if you want to. If you have cards in your hand, you can part with, or you can use that, I guess, to summon Triheart if you have another card on the field as well. Access Code Talker is optional. I've not found good use for it, but it's very useful. Literally, the bane of everybody's field existence, honestly, is this card. And then, of course, all reliable beauty of the Underworld. Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. 100% useful. Great for negating monsters on the field. Great for negating special summons from the graveyard, which a lot of the decks in the meta do. Fuck the meta, by the way. So, yeah. Foolish Burial for the Water Enchantress to pop off its effect to banish to summon out a token by sending this card to your hand. Whether it's in the graveyard or to mill out your deck to use to get better draws, basically. Okay, and then now I feel like Zeus, Downard, and Fortune Tune, I feel like they're placeholders. I mean, only one time where I've had to use the Xyz engine, and it basically ended off with them popping this card with Barone, basically. If I wanted to improve this deck farther, and to be honest, I'm very much tempted. And now I'll be running this. It'll be running Artifact Scythe with the Artifact Engine, basically. It would be running Dagda, especially, into the extra deck. As well as running the Lancia. Lancia and Scythe, alongside Dagda, I would use to improve this deck farther. Other options I saw were DPE, Verte. I don't have Verte, but the DPE engine, Destiny, Phoenix Enforcer. Let me see where it should be. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. basically run this engine. I mean, it's a great engine. It's a great engine for the meta, but I honestly was more tempted to use the Lance, the artifact Scythe especially. I thought about using that because of its effect to allow for your opponents to not be able to summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn when it is special summoned. So my thought was Foolish Burial, discard this card into the graveyard, use Baron's effect next turn, summon out this card, activate its effect, and lock out like the Branded engine, the freaking Tearlament engine, Snake Eye engine. Because mind you, those are the 3 archetypes that I came across throughout this climb. But yeah, I think that would be the one thing I could use to improve this deck farther. But yeah, that is my adventures of Scareclaw deck, basically. So, hope you all enjoyed the climb throughout the Mondays. Hope my videos have lightened up your Mondays, especially. And yeah, I'm going to continue this. If I get to Master 1, I'm going to make it into a video as well. But until then, thank you all for watching.